we got to come up with an intro now. Because I fucked it up.
Are you recorded?
Yeah, I am now.
That's our intro every week. It's just, are you recording? It's going to be called,
yeah.
Every time we just like, all right, 10 seconds silence is up. Cool, got it.
This might be the last time you hear me, because I might be out of here.
This man texted me today. He's like, hey, man. My throat hurts. I was like, you good? He's like, yeah. I hope so.
You can't be too careful. I'm probably fine, but...
I was like, damn, bro, you don't know how to record this. He's like, nah, I'm going to record this because it's the business that I love. I'll give blood, sweat, and tears to this wrestling shit. I was like, all right, Nick Gage, calm the fuck down.
Speaking of you can't be too careful, the first thing you did within like 10 minutes was like, hey, someone else want this job?
Hey, bro, I'm not going to be out here like WWE. You feel me? Somebody get injured. They're like, oh, we got to do an interim tournament. Fuck, nah, nigga, I'll right there. And if I die, I need you to do the same shit, bro. Keep this shit rocking. I got the Jake Memorial tee set up already. You feel me?
You got me. Who airbrushed me?
Shout out to Laura Moran. Got her to airbrush you real quick. Got you in heavens with Tess. You feel me? And Mike Awesome. Ain't no biggie. And then
bro, I'm gonna die just to get this shirt.
If one of us dies, you take the shirt out. Like if you die first, it's gonna be you with Tess and Mike Awesome. If I die first, it's gonna be me with Tess and Mike Awesome. If we both die, we in that motherfucker together, like the Death Row picture.
That's so icy.
You know, I usually say this. I kind of want to die now. I know I say that a lot, but
yeah.
Like I kind of want to die to get this.
I have one request for my funeral. When you make the t-shirts, I want someone at my funeral with a t-shirt cannon.
You know how strong those motherfuckers are, bro?
Yeah. Yeah. I want like a team of motherfuckers shooting t-shirt bazookas from a distance into the... Like, I want it to be a surprise. They're like down a ways at the cemetery, and at the burial, they're just launching them. That's what I want.
At my funeral, I just want Tyler Edwards to be there. He's like, yeah, he was my best friend. We loved each other so much, and then he'll get mad sympathy girls. That's all I want.
You know what? I appreciate that. You're a real friend.
That's my guy right there. Shout out to TE, Tyler Edwards. I don't know, Tedwards. That's
Tyler Edwards 9X.
Prince, yeah, Tyler Edwards. That's who he's gonna replace you.
Yo, take that back.
Yo, think about it. Tyler Edwards is logically your replacement. He knows all the wrestlers. He goes to all the shows. He can do all the coverage. Interesting. Much to think about. Tyler Edwards, you got my phone number. Hit my line, baby. Anyway, welcome to episode 8 of the Tiger Driver 9X podcast.
I hate it here.
It's your boy Khris, and there is
Jake. Sorry, I was still reeling. I was still reeling from the
Rona
news.
is hitting his brain. I tell you what.
Yeah.
The worst wrestling podcast in America. We talk very little about wrestling, and once for like an hour, we talk about our favorite wrestlers in a deep discussion of people on Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. This week, that person is Raven. But before we get into that, we got our weekly little Q&A where we just answer random questions from you guys from Twitter, Discord, Patreon, whatever have you.
Yeah. If you want your question answered 100% for sure, you have to ask it on Patreon.
Yo, the merch preview that we dropped today, insane. It cured my depression for 5 hours. Shout out to Alec Hugel. You got exclusive videos of us watching wrestling, exclusive bonus episode of podcast, one just dropped with Jay Rose. And honestly, it's the best way to support us. So go ahead to that Patreon, patreon.com/TigerDriver9X if you want your question for sure answered, because we do get a lot of these motherfuckers every week. Head on over there.
100 patrons, I'll do a spin-a-rooney on camera.
100 patrons, I get hit with a kendo stick, bro.
500 patrons, I will set myself on fire.
Say it like Kane.
If I get 500 patrons, I will set myself on fire.
I'm gonna be like Vince McMahon at the WrestleMania Rage Party. Light him up. Light him up.
Open him up.
Open him up.
That hurt my throat so bad, right?
Dude, you're gonna die.
Worth it.
You got it, bro.
Worth it. I'm ready.
Lauren Moran, I'm gonna email you really soon. Our first question.
Send me to the spirit world like Yusuke.
Oh yeah, you finally did watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Let's
Yeah.
go, baby. The best anime of all time. Shout out to Chase Holiday, all those homies over there. And Aspen the Mermaid, she has some sick ass Yu Yu Hakusho inspired merch over at
Yeah, she
What
got a
Maneuver.
Botan shirt.
I got that shirt. Ghost Spirit Detective. Our first question, let's get back to business, comes from Patreon and supporter of us. Shout out to you, Henry. You always support us and always show love.
Yeah,
Henry's
a real one.
Yeah. He says, what would happen if your boss demanded the proceeds you make on Tiger Driver 9X?
I don't think I have a boss.
Well, let's not get carried away.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Let's not get carried away here. Yeah, it is my dream to be in charge of the whites, so I would. I am what boss, Henry? What are you talking about? If someone was like, "Hey, give me your cut of Tiger Driver 9X," I'd be like, "Fuck you, man." I bow down to no corporate sponsor. Unless your name is Vince McMahon or Tony Khan, even Brett Lauderdale at this point, I don't care. If you guys want to give us a lot of money, I will sell Tiger Driver 9X so fast, you don't even know. I don't give a fuck. You think I do this for indie wrestling? I'm in it for the big bucks, baby. Tony Khan, hit me up, please. I will sell it for $500K flat. It's a lot of influence. It's a lot of impressions. It's a lot of numbers. Give it to me, Tony. Vince, 1 million. Brett Lauderdale, honestly, just name a show after me. What were we talking about?
Before you went on Wayne's World, we were answering questions for the Q&A.
Oh, yeah.
This is a question that I like a lot from Puncho Vita. Who's on the roster for Def Jam 2020? What do you want to pick, like 5 each?
Yeah.
All right, you can go first because I know who your first pick is.
Bronson?
Yeah.
Yeah, Action Bronson, of course. I mean, come on. That's my guy, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I could go rappers that like wrestling, but like I feel like most rappers have a base level appreciation for wrestling. I just want to go with which ones would do the craziest shit in the game.
Yep.
First pick, Denzel Curry.
Okay. I'll raise you Denzel Curry, and I'll go Rico Nasty, bro. Icy.
Man. Second pick, probably West Side Gun, because he would have like the technical moveset, like because he knows all this shit.
I like how you're like, yeah, my first pick, I'm gonna go with somebody that don't really, they don't gotta have.
Hey, he like Denzel likes wrestling though.
Yeah, but then you go for motherfucking the super fan.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. I didn't think of this beforehand.
And me neither. Shout out to West Side Gun. We got a nice little video for his last album over on the Twitter. All right, I got Bronson, Rico Nasty. I'm gonna go with Logic because there's gonna be. So first of all, Logic's last album was Heat, but also there's gonna be like as the match goes on, you know how he biracial, he go from his white side into like his black side, and then like that's when he can start saying the N-word and shit, like which he does. That boy. I'll never forget. I was listening to his album. That boy said nigga. I was like, oh my god, Bobby, what the fuck,
Robert, please,
Sir Robert Bryson Hall II. That's that boy's name. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Third, I'm gonna go Meg the Stallion because she's got the fits already. She already has the fits, and I know with those knees, her finisher is gonna be crazy.
Insanity, bro. Oh my god, what a legend in the making. I'm gonna go with Cardi, bro. First of all, her outfits go crazy. Yeah, Cardi versus Meg in Def Jam. Ooh. And then Def Jam, the main feature would be like, now you got the woman's story mode, because before it was always the dudes. So now you got the woman's Def Jam Vendetta story mode. Crazy.
That'd be nasty. Fourth pick, because it just came out and it was so good. Shout out to Savage Mode 2, 21 Savage.
Ooh. Heater.
In Def Jam. He'd be like the high flyer, I think. He'd be doing some crazy shit off the top rope, in my vision for the game.
He definitely gonna use a knife.
Of course.
His finisher is like the knife on his forehead becomes real. It's a knife.
Yeah. He just starts headbutting with it.
Oh, I see. Mine is gonna be a sleeper, but the homie Speak. That man loves wrestling. Is an amazing rapper, and I just feel like he would have some heat fucking moves and a heat moveset and some fire one-liners when he wins.
Yeah, I could see that. My last pick is gonna be all 3 Flatbush Zombies.
Ooh, let's fucking go
as a trio
over there, baby.
That's like the NWO, and I know their trio's finisher would
New World Order,
something nasty.
Well, we gotta bring back goddamn Def Jam, please, with not just Def Jam, not just a Def Jam label, just all rappers.
Oh, yeah. I almost tried to do the Michi Darko voice, but my throat would explode right
now. From Luna on our Discord, Vince McMahon dies tomorrow and puts you in charge of the company. What are you doing?
Crack.
What the fuck? Oh my god. What? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
We throwing a party at Titan Tower.
Boy.
It'd be like when your parents are gone for the weekend, you're like,
yeah, let's do crack. That's what I'm thinking. And when my parents leave?
No, like when you're younger you're not doing crack, but like we're mature.
Vince McMahon dies tomorrow. First off, firing the pedophiles. Get those niggas out of there.
Yeah, I'd do that before I did crack.
Oh my god, what is wrong? Did the Rona like make you meet? Why are you this way today?
I don't know why your voice trembled when you asked me that.
I'm in fear of the power that you have right now, bro. Yeah, I've never been scared of this man in my life. He said crack. Fire the pedos, and I'm making wrestling good again. Firing everybody, clean slate. Giving Christian a world heavyweight title run he deserves again. Chris Hero, you're back. Motherfucking Sting, get that shit Rey Mysterio put in his knee, put it in your neck. Sting and Taker, V2. I don't give a fuck. The Fiend, you're back to number 1. Roman Reigns, you got a title specifically for you. I'm bringing back death matches. I'm doing everything. Bringing back glass. I'm bringing back the old Elimination Chamber. That shit was disgusting. Bringing back the SmackDown fist, baby. We getting disgusted. We getting perverted on Raw and SmackDown. Bringing back Velocity too.
I don't see how this is worse than me saying how this is any better than me saying I do crack.
you said you do crack, bro. Come on, bro.
And what about it?
Is that your answer? Is that all you have to say?
I mean, I would do some similar things I would just make wrestling, like, there's cool things in wrestling.
That boy said, I'm about to make wrestling great again. He was on his Trump shit for a second. Oh,
You
boy.
literally said you were going to make wrestling cool again. You said that word for word.
Cool, bro. I said cool.
That's what I said.
You about to say great.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
I'm watching you.
The next question is from Leo Kai. He said, on a related note, what are we doing when that orange bitch in the White House dies?
Well, we'll see in about a week. But
legally, did you know that it's illegal to say that you want to kill the president of the United States?
It is illegal to say that hypothetically, you cannot tweet. Shout out to Wise Kids, you know this Wise Kid, you know bit we're staking it.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm stealing their bit.
It is illegal to tweet out or say that you hope that the president's throat clenches up like a booty hole and that he ceases to exist. It's illegal to say that, so don't say that at all.
I was going to keep going, but you already said throat clenches up like a booty hole, so I got nothing to add.
And also, maybe check shop.tigerdriver9x in about a week or so. I don't know. It might be crazy.
Join the Patreon to get the preview.
Yeah. Oh, no. We didn't take these questions
from
out.
From Meatwad.
Speaking of clenching.
Does Khris eat ass?
I mean, if I'm drunk enough. Because, like, the thing is like, I'll be there and then I'll be like, okay, first, like, I don't, this is graphic, so skip ahead. One time, your boy, sorry, Sugar D, but this is a podcast. You have no restriction on me here. It's on Twitter. One day, your boy was doing a thing. Hey guys, Wholesome Gang intern Khris here. Just letting you know that if you want to hear this weird story that really only goes for about 10 seconds, be sure to subscribe to our Patreon where we have an unedited version of this podcast. Thanks.
On the podcast, bro?
Bro, what do you want from me?
Not this.
They asked I said it was graphic. I said to skip ahead. I said to skip ahead. I told them it was graphic.
This is not, it is a yes or no question.
Sometimes.
I hate you.
Worst wrestling podcast in America. Someone's like, I'm going to check this out. I hope this is not the first episode Alex Shelley checks out, dude. Fuck.
Dog, I hope the Rona takes me out so bad.
All right. Next question from Luna. Once again, follow-up question. Does Jake eat ass?
Yeah, dog, it's 2020.
He also
not a big deal.
He also does crack, so that shouldn't surprise you.
No, I would. I would if they handed me the reins to WWE.
Give this man the reins. I want to see it. I want to see you do crack.
Because, like,
I served crack before I served this country, baby.
Vince McMahon's last move as owner of WWE was to give the reins to Jake, who was on crack.
Oh my god, I love it. Fuck. Yo,
But,
remember we were gonna do universe mode and then you named the show Rave? That's gonna be a real rave if you had crack, bro.
You damn right.
Monday Night Rave back.
We doing all that shit. Monday Night Rave. Universe mode's still coming. So.
If you guys want it, please let us know if you want it. If Universe,
let us know if you want universe mode. We'll use mods and stuff, so it'll be fun.
Follow-up question from Shirai's Moonsault. Just text our tiger eat ass. Yes. Text the tiger. Animals are nasty. You ever think about that? They don't shower. Like, they really can't shower.
Dogs be licking assholes daily.
Yo, my dog be sniffing the fuck out of assholes. And I'm like, bro,
yeah, I'm telling you.
Gross.
Dogs are disgusting in public. We just accept it because they're dogs.
Absolutely. But like gorillas and shit, they be doing all that stuff and they just be never had a shower in their life. That's disgusting. That's gross.
Yeah.
Animals are superior. This is the most disgusting we've ever gone on this podcast. I'm proud.
I don't know what got into me today.
It's called COVID.
Corona brain is different.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Thank you for your question. I hate all three of those came from our Discord. So if you want to join,
our Discord's a different place.
Yeah, check our Twitter and link to our Discord. It should be on our site too. But yeah,
it's somewhere. bit.ly/TD9X Discord.
Yeah, capital T, capital D, capital 9. No, capital 9, but you know what I mean.
Capital 9,
capital X, capital D,
lowercase
Discord. Leo Kai asks, I guess y'all can talk about music or whatever. Savage Mode 2 and Tiller dropped, so we got to talk about that heat. Like we said earlier,
Savage Mode 2, genuinely the best album I've heard in a very long time.
Incredible. There's
so good.
I forgot what song comes before Many Men, but Morgan Freeman does a speech on it.
Is it Snitches and Rats?
No, that's after.
Oh, is it the...
It's whenever he does a speech on it and then Many Men comes in, it's the iciest shit ever. Because it's his speech and then that beat drops and I'm like, yo, this would be perfect for like a wrestling MV or something.
My favorite song on it was the one with Young Thug that I can't say the name of. But I love that song.
Not say, bro.
No.
Oh, man. Rich nigga shit.
You thought Rona Brain was that bad?
Rich nigga shit. I didn't listen to Bryson Tiller yet. I know Smoke DZA and Westside Gunn went crazy. I got Busta Rhymes features. I got Slick Rick features out the ass.
2 Slick Rick verses, bro.
I got Jadakiss. I heard that. That's how Jake be sounding when he cough nowadays. Those are awesome.
That's fucked up to do the Jadakiss laugh when you know I can't do it right now. And I want to so bad because it's fun to do. Oh, man.
Try it with your fucked up voice, man.
Boy, sound like Kuwabara after he got his ass beat.
I thought you said assy because this podcast. I was like, what happened? What episode of Yu Hakusho are you watching?
Your brain is corrupted.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that...
That's all I listen to. I know Joji's album came out, but I'm not on the emotional level to listen to that right now. I know I'm gonna fucking cry.
I don't think I listened to Smoke DZA. I did like the Bryson Tiller album, but like I haven't liked anything he dropped since Trap Soul, so I was surprised.
Speaking of Trap Soul, this Sunday on IWTV, very late at night, 11 or 12 a.m. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I think it's 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. right in the middle. So IWTV, Paradigm Pro presents Trap Soul. So check it out.
Yeah, real good card. We sponsor a match on it.
Big facts. Grown man shit. Ochi Evers vs. Shugdi. Thank you for your question, Leo Kai. Thank you for being so active. We appreciate everyone in the active Discord. We love it. This podcast and everything else doesn't happen without you guys. So.
Yeah, Leo Kai be playing Among Us when I make games. So good.
We will have an Among Us game night. We just got to figure it out. This week's been very busy. So yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot and we suck.
Big facts. And we eat. Anyway, Enrique asks, non-wrestling related question. What piece of outdated technology do you still fuck with no matter what? Goddamn, does he miss his shitty 160 gigabyte iPod? iPods are gnarly because you don't need no internet access. That's in
Nintendo GameCube.
Oh, bro. Earlier this week, my friend was like, yo, which day reckoning is better? And I just had flashbacks. And I was like, damn, man. I miss those motherfuckers.
It was my favorite wrestling game of all time.
1 or 2?
1, because 2 had the Fatal 4-Way cage match in season mode that's impossible to beat.
I remember everyone hating that match as a kid, and I was like, that was pretty easy.
There's no way you beat it. You're lying to my face.
I'm telling you, dead ass, bro.
I've never met anyone that beat that match.
And you know how I remember I beat it is because as a kid and even as an adult, I cannot properly mash buttons to like, you know how you have to mash it to get to the meter to go up, or mash or move the analog stick mad fast. But my uncle,
it's just mash.
My uncle went to prison. And that nigga had the strongest hands on the man. So I would remember pausing that shit. Like, yo, Justice. That was his name.
Get me out of the cage. Get me out of the cage.
And that nigga would, and I thought he was the coolest nigga ever until he stole my Nintendo 64 and sold it.
Damn.
Piece of trash.
What'd he sell it for?
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably crack.
Yeah, full circle.
There we go, baby. I don't know anything that I really missed.
That was sad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's such is life. Say love you, baby.
Question from Inevitable Dog. We should have thought about this one first. What 3 things are you buying at Walmart to confuse / weird out the cashier? So that's like a thing people do when they're trying to have a goof. To like buy a couple
Astroglide
things.
lubricant. Inflatable pool.
Okay.
And The Art of War, the book. I just thought of that off the top of my head, but I feel like if I gave that cashier those 3 things, they'd be like, what the fuck kind of weekend are you about to have?
They sell The Art of War at Walmart?
Yeah, it's a section called real nigga shit. You can't go in there, so.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I haven't been there. A pair of Skechers that are like clearly 3 sizes too small for me. You know, they got like those DVDs where it's like 3 movies on one disc.
Yeah,
and it'll be like the best of
the best of Chris Tucker. Yeah.
Give me like the best of Will Smith.
Oh my god!
But it's not really the best of Will Smith. It's like Wild West. Yeah.
Wild West, Hancock, and fucking Gemini Man, the new one.
Yeah, yeah. And then like a bag of pizza rolls, like,
but not Tostinos. Walmart branded.
Yeah, off brand. Yeah.
You know, instead of the Skechers, you should get the Shaq sneakers.
If they still have, yeah.
Oh, Walmart still has those Shaq sneakers,
or like
bro.
some sneakers where it's like they're clearly like not like the Shaq fake Jordans, but like they're clearly fake Jordans, but Jordan's doing like a layup.
Anyway, it's time to talk about wrestling. Yeah, this sucks.
I did not watch very much.
Actually, let's make this as fast as possible because we got an hour of, Raven talk.
Kushida snapped pedophile's arm.
Sick, and that pedophile might be really injured. Awesome, great job.
Finn Balor broke his jaw, but beat Kyle O'Reilly. I wish Kyle won.
Yesssirrrrskiiii is the best wrestler NXT has to offer still.
Maybe ever.
Ember Moon is back. That was very cool. And Toni Storm is also there.
Icy. Yeah, the women are always icy in NXT.
Yeah, and everything pretty much.
Given.
That's all I have to say about NXT Takeover.
Ali is the leader of Retribution. Pretty fucking cool.
That nigga handsome as hell, bro. Insane.
That's a good looking dude.
Huh. Maybe all cops are still best.
Never mind. AEW, Will Hobbs, Brian Cage, big meaty men smacking meat.
Facts.
Match was a banger. Will Hobbs tried to do the lowdown. I almost cried.
I missed that motherfucker too. That shit had to hurt.
Yeah, he ate that shit. Hiroshi Tanahashi was there to wish Chris Jericho well for 30 years of wrestling.
If I could say something about Will Hobbs and Cage, they're like, Jim Ross is like, Will Hobbs, bench press is 375 legit. And Taz is like, yeah, well, Brian Cage bench press is 376. I seen it. and Ricky Starks is like, yeah, man, I was there. I was a spotter. And he's like, yeah. You ain't never been to the gym. You don't know nothing about that, Jim Ross. And just like Tony Schiavone. I was like, God damn, bro.
I don't know how Excalibur didn't catch a stray in that.
I think Ricky Starks said it to Excalibur. Never mind. Not Jim Ross. Everyone knows Jim Ross be clanging and banging.
Probably. Dax Harwood did a Tiger Driver.
And he kicked cool. And fucking... And Helico kicked out of it. Pissed me off. I mean, not Helico. Jack Evans kicked out of it. Pissed me off.
Yeah, Jack Evans can do what he wants.
True. You need to be like Jack
the
Evans.
Young Bucks. No, I'm good. The Young Bucks had cool hair, and they invented a new way for wrestlers to watch TV, which is to completely turn your back and then like exorcist that shit.
I know that's just gonna be on Being the Elite. It's gonna be a bit like, oh yeah, we're watching TV like they do up in
Definitely, but they like. That was like so extreme.
Yeah, it was very
like
funny.
Even WWE, they were fully back turned. Like
Matt Jackson's an underrated handsome guy.
Their head around like an owl. Matt Jackson with the beard, good looking guy.
Beard, long hair, underrated handsome guy.
Yeah, man.
Brody Lee fought Cody in a
dog collar match.
I was gonna say strap match. I don't know why. Dog collar match. They kept talking about Greg the Hammer Valentine. They're like, oh, we still talk about Greg the Hammer Valentine's infamous dog collar match against Roddy Piper 20-something years later. No, we fucking are 30-something. No, we don't. No one gives a fuck.
Did not know he was in the first one.
No one even
didn't know he was in the first one.
Yeah. No one's ever talked.
I know one thing about Greg Valentine, and that it's that his hair is luxurious.
All I remember about Greg the Hammer Valentine is that one time X texted me at 3 o'clock or DM'd me at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like, yo, this nigga's name was really the Hammer. Like, what kind of nasty nigga was he? And I was like, you gotta go to jail, bro.
The Hammer was wearing a dog collar? Oh,
that's
no.
a nasty nigga. That sounds like a Saturday night for Khris. You know what I'm saying?
And then Cody won, whatever. And then next week, Cody's
let's talk about this real quick. First of all, cool match. Bloody's fuck. Incredible. I liked it a lot. But Cody wins. Why? What was the point? Unless Orange Cassidy challenges him, unless Orange Cassidy wins next week, this is all for naught. It was all pointless. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes with this belt. Go away. Please. Brody Lee was just catching steam. Dark Order was doing good. And you're like, hello, I'm Cody Rhodes. I'm back, baby. Man.
My belt.
Well, Brandy, give me a kiss. Here's my brother, Goldust. Wait, he has blue face paint. Never mind. Arn Anderson. Oh, Arn Anderson did a spine buster. That was fucking sick.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy was Cody next week. Kenny Omega cut a promo where there's a new tournament for the number one contender for the world title. And then he was running through all the competitors. And he was like, he keeps calling Adam Page a tag team wrestler, which is very funny since they were just in a tag team.
Yeah, he's been condescending this whole time, and I can't wait till Hangman fucks him up.
Yeah. And then, but he was also like, he also clearly want that old thing back because he was like, I mean, you know, I'm not even scared of Adam Page. If it is somebody that I have to face in the finals like Adam Page, I'll beat him up. If it was a cowboy, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't, whatever.
Kenny being a condescending piece of shit is so icy.
Just like the Bucks.
He's really good at it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon was one of the people besides Tanahashi that wished Jericho good wishes or whatever. He was just wearing like, you could just see that he had like a suit jacket on and then his mask.
It's great to see. It was great to see.
I love Ultimo Dragon.
And the main event was Chris Jericho and Jack Hagee versus Luther and Serpentico.
Throw him up.
Yeah, shout out to the Deadline boys. 30 years of Jericho culminates. Jericho fights one of his best friends in Luther. Very sick, very gnarly to see. Like, yo, you're my friend. Let's get this shit on the road, baby. You get a main event. Very nice to see.
You think Lance Storm was at home, like, throwing shit at his TV?
Lance Storm could still go. He was tight as fuck. But he got his ECW one night stand moment, so it's fine. Fair. Yeah, this match is cool. It was cool. Yeah, I'm happy Luther and Serpentico got the main event. That was very sick. And 30 years of Jericho. He's a GOAT, a fucking legend, undeniable.
Yeah, I wish he stopped making me look fucking stupid for liking it.
You want to do Chris Jericho next week for the wrestler that we talk about at the end? No COVID questions allowed. Unless you have it. Unless you have it next week, then. Oh, wow. You and him probably have something in common. No. Huh.
Yeah, our lungs are doing the fucking Harlem Shake.
Your lungs put you in the walls of Jericho, baby.
My lungs are in the Lion Tamer.
that knee on your back. MJF came out afterwards and it did a weird bit. I didn't care about it, but at the end of it, they do
get a hold of whoever made that print, because
bro, Jericho
that shit was sturdy.
MJF brings out a clown with a gift with a print of himself, like it's some WCW's 2000 shit or 1999, and Jericho breaks the print over the clown's head, and that print did not bend at all. He like the frame broke, but the print stayed still. That shit was crazy. And then MJF, like, you know, they do a little weird bit like they're about to fight, but then they don't. They're like all happy, and then like I was like, damn, that's a weird way to end the show. And then the credits roll up, and it's like 30 Years of Jericho, executive produced by Jericho, cameras Chris Jericho, executive producer Chris Jericho, cinematography Chris Jericho, lighting, catering Chris Jericho. I was like, all right, that's cool, that's a good bit. And then the show ended.
That was funny. Yeah,
that's your wrestling talk for this week. Maybe next week they'll do something better.
Yeah, so we'll have a lot more for the collective.
Oh, actually, you know, we could talk about Violence and Suffering. Now that's a real fun fucking show. Shout out to the homies Isaac. They ran a show. Goddamn, Leo Rush versus Brian Cage was fucking amazing.
That match was incredible.
Yeah, that match ruled. I love that match.
Big Breakfast, Jordan Oliver.
Too Cold Scorpio, baby, man. Too Cold Scorpio still did that moonsault. Big Breakfast, Jordan Oliver got his fucking match that he's always wanted. Jimmy Lloyd versus Sabu. Sabu made Jimmy Lloyd bleed like a fucking madman.
That match was like 6 minutes long. It was crazy.
Great show. Check it out. Is it on Fight? Yeah, Fight.tv. Check out Violence and Suffering.
Fight.
Follow Violence and Suffering. Isaac's setting up another show next month in November, so please go check out VXS. I think it's Eternal Take. Shout out to Little Uzi.
Yep.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yo, what's good? You already know what the fuck going on. You probably don't because it's an audio podcast and you can't see me. This is J Rose. That's my Twitter handle too, by the way. It is currently 11:54 p.m. Eastern Time, the Wednesday before the collective. And I tell you what, I'm dirt fucking tired. A big part of that is because, I'm on a bunch of shows, but the one I'm on, one that's most prevalent in my mind right now, outside of the very important For the Culture, Friday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. You can get it on Fight TV if you're not comfortable with being out there. Is Paradigm Pro Wrestling presents Trap Soul. Paradigm is my home promotion. For those of you who don't know, I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats. And Paradigm is one very large cowboy Arby's sized hat that I wear. Boy, this is really gone in a weird direction. But I'm going to keep rambling because that's what the boys told me to do. Reasons why I used to support it. One, I have my fingerprints all over this. It is a very J-Rose show. A lot of queer talent, a shit ton of black talent. We need more women, but I promise we're working on it. And non-binary people. But you have Shug D taking on the Big Bad Kaiju, O'Shea Edwards. You have 3 separate death matches. We have a traditional Night 4 Indianapolis, Indiana style scramble match starring Calvin Tankman and the return of my best friend on the entire planet, one Sean Kemp. It is a very big risk for all of us here at Paradigm to take this slot. It is quite literally the death slot of the collective. After what is arguably the biggest event in Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. And the only way that we can make this work is if the people who have always claimed for the alternative product show up and watch the alternative product. You say you don't want the same 12 people on your show. Well, we don't have the same 12 people on the show. You said that you want more black representation in your wrestling, but we have more black representation in wrestling. You say you want more wrestling that's different styles and not just big old spot fest. And while we do have the big old spot fest, a potpourri, if you will, of different wrestling action. For those of you who want something different, for those of you that want to see whatever the alternative option is, Paradigm is the alternative option. Please check it out on Fight TV, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like to attend, it's here in my hometown of Indianapolis, Indiana, as part of the collective. Tickets are still on sale at ParadigmProWrestling.com. Tell us what you think using the hashtag CallOffMonday, because if you're watching this show, you're probably not going to want to go into work the next day. Just keeping it real with you. Check it out. Check out the rest of the collective, namely Effie's Big Gay Brunch and For the Culture. And tell somebody you love them. Or tell somebody you'll tolerate them. Support independent wrestling and Black Lives Matter. I love the Tiger Driver boys. Alex Shelley is very handsome. I'm glad I got to hang out with him last week. I don't think I needed to add that last part, but it's in there now.
You guys know what time it is. It's that weekly discussion where we go through a random wrestler. Usually, we never know what we're going to do. I think last week we said it was going to be Raven, and then I said somebody else in the Discord, and then people were like, hey, what the fuck? You said it was going to be Raven. I was like, oh, damn, I'm sorry.
They were here for the Raven content.
I didn't know y'all wanted Raven that bad. But every week we'll talk about a wrestler, take your questions on that wrestler. You lead the discussion. You guys do it. If you want to leave questions, be sure to follow us on Twitter and be in the Discord. But if you want your question answered for sure, be sure to subscribe to our Patreon. We answer every single Patreon question. Twitter and Discord, there are a lot, so we pick and choose the best ones. If you are a patron, however, you will be getting the unedited, because there are a lot of Raven questions. We don't know how long they'll go. We'll answer almost every one of those questions. Patreon.com gets the unedited, uncensored version of this podcast. Cool? Cool. Great. We start off with the first question, who is from our
as always,
from our favorite, from Elm, who asks, who is Raven?
Scott Levy was an American professional wrestler.
I swear to God, you said. I mean, it kind of does have to start with him, though, huh?
Yeah, so he was first, I think he was Scotty the Body first.
Yeah.
He was Scotty the Body, who was just like a regular wrestler in good shape, which is strange.
Super shredded, bro. Super jacked.
Yeah, he was jacked. Scotty the Body, and then he was Scotty Flamingo. Was he? Yeah, Scotty Flamingo second. Then he went to the WWF and he was Johnny Polo.
Yep. All of these are
Then he got, yeah, they're like super like colorful.
90s, colorful ass, like nigga. Like
flamboyant.
Super crazy. Like flamingo. Like beautiful.
Yeah.
Zebra.
Johnny Polo wearing like multicolored suits and like swinging a cane around and then he gets put on WWF Creative?
Yeah.
He was on like the creative team weirdly, because I can't imagine him and Vince ever getting along, because he's like a really sarcastic, like...
Yeah, Vince McMahon is on some Drax level shit where he doesn't understand sarcasm in the slightest.
I just can't imagine him and Vince ever getting along. I don't think he did that for very long. Then he goes to ECW, and he becomes Raven.
Yeah.
Which is just like...
So he's brought in by... all the WCW and WWF and ECW this time, we're bringing in and exchanging talents. If you got fired from WWE, you're going to WCW, ECW. If you got fired from WCW, you know, you're going to ECW, WF. You know, all this exchanging of talent that happens. And one Stevie Richards is telling Joey Styles, you know, for weeks and weeks, I'm going to bring somebody. I'm going to bring Scotty the Body, et cetera, et cetera. And so everyone's expecting this dude, like, this colorful, who really wasn't, like, popping.
And would not have fit in ECW
in the slightest, which is part of the charm.
Yeah.
But like Scotty the Body wasn't crazy. Like if you are a fan of wrestling, you might have never ever seen Scotty the Body or John. You might have never seen Raven if he wasn't Raven. So it's kind of crazy that they were doing it. But so he comes in and he completely drastically different. Leather jacket. I don't think he was wearing I forgot what shirt he was wearing, but usually it's a
cutoff band. It was either a cutoff band or comic book t-shirt.
Yeah. Ripped jean shorts.
Shredded jean shorts. Big like fucking usually wrestling boots, but if he wasn't gonna wrestle, he'd wear like Doc Martin looking like combat boots.
Yeah,
and
just completely like if you could make Nirvana a person, if you could make grunge music a person, it's pretty much Raven.
It's Raven, yeah. Flannel around the waist,
so icy,
long,
so
super long curly hair, like the most perfect hair in wrestling ever.
Facts.
The necklace. And then he just sit there and like not give a shit about anything. Just didn't care.
Like grunge, gothic, emo boy, like the 90s, the cool part of the 90s just in one. Like
in one person, yeah.
And that's
ECW. And then he'd grab the microphone and talk in like fucking like the best promos you've ever heard.
But also the most uninterested, but also the most passionate. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
like he could sound so bored and uninterested, but also like his words have so much like depth behind them. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
some of the most intriguing character work and just stuff in all of ECW.
We'll touch on this feud later, but there's an ECW promo where he's like clutching onto the title and he says like, and everybody knows there's only one person that can beat Raven. And then Joey Styles is holding the microphone. He looks in the camera. He goes, Tommy Dreamer. And then Raven grabs it and he goes, no, myself.
Heater. Yeah, he's just the prototypical emo. Anytime you've ever seen anyone in wrestling cut dark, like indie wrestling now, or anyone else cut dark, broody promos in an alleyway or whatever, it's Raven.
Raven did that shit.
It's very hard to see where something originates from in wrestling. But in my opinion, it's like a lot of shit you can see is like, oh, that's just Raven. Like, that's Raven. Like, you're sitting in the corner, dark promo, sitting down, acting like you don't care, hair over your, like, it's Raven. Raven is just one of the iciest wrestlers of all time. Such an original, unique concept for the time. And also really helped ECW's edge from, I don't like how, like, professional we're being.
No, me either, but it's because we love Raven. It's because we like Raven so much.
Elm is the only one that gets the correct answer.
Real wrestling, yeah.
But yeah,
we're just dickheads.
Everyone, we're dickheads to everyone else but Elm. But yeah, that's just Raven. He's just the prototypical emo goth boy.
Yeah,
of wrestling.
Which brings us to question number 2 from Chance Page. What name do you prefer for Raven's finisher, the Raven Effect, or Even Flow DDT? So, talking about grunge music being a person. I prefer the Even Flow, which is, of course, the Pearl Jam song, Even Flow.
That song goes crazy, bro.
It does, and it's wild that Raven didn't use it as his theme.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know, Raven's theme in ECW was Keep 'Em Separated. Oh, no, what the fuck is
Come Out and Play. Come Out and Play by The Offspring.
Yeah, that's the black person thing where we don't really know what songs are called. We just say shit. It's like whatever the chorus says, where you're like, that's the song called. Keep Him Separated, but Come Out and Play.
Come Out and Play by The Offspring.
Wouldn't think works for him. It shouldn't work for a wrestler like the way we described it, but it works perfectly. I think Raven Effect is a better name.
I mean, I agree to disagree. I think Even Flow DDT is one of the iciest finisher names
like
ever.
In the 90s, yeah. But it's like the Raven Effect.
Still.
Like, you know what? You're right. Even Flow was better.
Even Flow goes crazy.
I just said those two things out loud, and I was like, you know, that other one gave me a different feeling. Even Flow was a better one.
One of the best, like, it was always like a safety DT. Like they always took it flat instead of taking it on their head. But he would fucking lean back on that thing. He would lean
back and he would snap that motherfucker. He's got one of the best DDTs ever.
Easy.
One of my favorites. Thank you for your question, Chance Page. Marcus Dean asks, who would... so also, before we get into this, Raven was also known for having many...
Some would
say cults. I wouldn't call it a cult. I would say group, because, cult is such a harsh word. Why anyone would ever want to start a cult, I don't really know. What is a cult really? Like, is it just an amalgamation, a group of people that come together with a common theory and a goal and to take over things? I don't know.
Maybe they got matching sneakers. Maybe they got,
Maybe they got a metal logo. Maybe they got, I don't know. Maybe they got 5,000 or so followers. I don't really know what a cult is, but, I wouldn't say cult, but he did have a group of people, or some would say faction of people throughout his entire career. The Flock, the Nest, Serotonin,
The Gathering.
All of these, by the way, are the names of our Patreon groups because Raven fucking rules. So if you
the Deadpool,
if you are a tier in Patreon, if you sub to $1, you get part of the Nest. If you sub $5.15, you're the Flock, all that, the Gathering, all that good stuff. Marcus Dean asks, who would you pick to be in a Raven-led faction in WWF in 2000? Follow up, how would you use them during the invasion? We've already talked about the invasion too much on episode
we don't need to discuss the invasion further, but so people that were in the WWF in 2000, I would take the Hardy Boys looking like they did in the New Brood.
Red Shirt Boys?
Yeah, Red Shirt Boys,
crazy.
Hair over their face, just like Raven. And they're doing the flips and stuff. I would, this about me. I would take Test.
Yup. Well, mesh shirt Test too.
Of course.
Yeah, mesh shirt
with the sunglasses, just looking big as fuck, just standing behind Raven.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of a curveball. Luna Vachon was still there.
Ooh, okay.
And I want her just fucking screaming behind him while he's doing his promos and shit.
All right, I'm gonna go with Raven, Edge, and Christian instead of the Hardys, because you've ever seen
Blouse Christian?
Yeah. No. I'd have Edge dress the way he dresses. I'd have Christian. I don't know if he can't have a mesh shirt because Tess would have a mesh shirt, and that's just a fashion no, baby. But I would have. I don't know how Christian would dress, but I'm only doing it just so I could have Christian crack jokes, and then Raven just looks at him disapprovingly. And then
I was gonna say, what if it's Edge and Christian, like just regular ass Edge and Christian, and they're like, it's like having two Stevies in the group.
Yeah, exactly. And so Christian will make jokes, and Edge is like, shut the fuck up, and Raven just looks at him disapprovingly, and like yells at him. So Christian would be the Stevie, Edge would be Edge, obviously. You're gonna get Tess. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna take Albert because you're gonna need a big singles dude. So I'm gonna take Albert. And I would also probably, there's already a funny guy, but Crash Holly would also be there because anything they ever gave Crash Holly, he rocked like crazy.
Crash Holly is so amazing.
Yeah, RIP to the GOAT. Also, Perry Saturn's here, drinking with the Radicals. Maybe Perry
You're welcome.
Yo, Raven's trying to make Perry, like, he's like empathetic because Perry Saturn's a fucking idiot.
They did, Raven's the one that killed Moppy.
Oh, yeah, he did put him in that wood chipper that took like 50 minutes to...
Yeah, it didn't work because it's a mop. You can't put a mop through a wood chipper.
Vince McMahon was like, oh, put the goddamn, the mop stick is made of wood, isn't it?
It's too thin. Yeah, that, I think both those factions.
I like how we pretty much just picked the same thing. You picked Edge, you picked Hardys, I picked Edge and Christian, you picked Tess, I picked Albert.
yours is like funnier.
I'm in it for the bit, baby.
Yours is more like the actual, like the Nest was.
Yeah.
Because it's got like Stevie and but mine is like cool emo boys.
Hey man, Edge and Christian were the Brood first, bro.
That's true. Yeah.
And Albert got them piercings, baby.
But Edge was never like Edge was never like full emo boy. He was always like smiling in a trench coat.
Remember Edge's promo when he was in the Brood? He was like,
the freaks come out at night. Worst thing.
I was like, hell yeah,
awful.
baby, we sure do. I don't know. Thank you for your question.
That's awful. From Munchkin Mania Sam, he's got 2 questions. 1, who is your dream scenario Raven feud, and what does that storyline look like? We have this. I know we got the same answer, but I'll change mine. Hit him with it.
No stinger. Let me tell you something, motherfucking man. These guys were in WCW at the same time, and there was a point where they're in TNA at the same time. And Raven and Sting never crossed paths. It doesn't make any sense. No sense at all, bro. They are like, they're not the same character, but motherfucker, they're in the same book. Like they're the two. I just want Sting to feud with every emo boy ever. I don't know, but
I want Raven to sit in the corner and look up at the rafters, and Sting is staring back at him.
yeah, he just cuts a promo. That would be so crazy, bro.
They're just looking at each other. Nothing happened.
You got the Raven versus the Crow, bro. Like, come on, birds, bro. That's bird law. That should have happened.
All right, Charlie.
Yeah, man. I think that would have been sick. I want the storyline. I don't really know what the storyline is. I think Raven would just look at Sting as like, since he's such an emotionless character, he tries to figure out what kind of pain Sting's been through, or he tries to inflict pain on Sting. Yeah, that's WCW. Yeah. Crow Sting. But that's my dream feud.
Raven puts on like the Sting face paint for a match.
Ooh, baby.
Or because he wears comic book shirts, he comes at the ring in like a Crow t-shirt.
That would be icy. Raven's just reading the Crow and just cutting promos. It's like just says lines from the Crow and all that shit. Like, your life's a movie. I'm not. I've been through real shit.
Yeah.
God, can I get a fucking time machine? Fuck.
A time machine and the book. That's the two things we need, baby.
He also says, if you could pick items to put in Raven's shopping cart before a hardcore match.
Oh, whoa. I didn't get to answer.
Oh, I thought we had the same answer. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry.
We kind of do, but I'll switch it up. Orange Cassidy. Like 1995 Raven and like current Orange Cassidy. Where Raven just sits down in the corner and then Orange Cassidy's just standing there with his hands in his pockets and neither of them do anything. Until eventually Raven just like gets up real nonchalant and then just like DDT. Just hits him with the DDT. Yeah.
And then like at the end of the match, Orange Cassidy puts the glasses on Raven or something.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I'm there for all the bits in that.
Also, Raven versus Jake the Snake. I just thought of that.
Of course.
They're pretty much there.
I
said Raven is the original, but it really does come from Jake the Snake, first and foremost.
A lot of it, yeah.
Sitting in the corner, the walk, the DDT.
It's like,
yeah.
Do you trust me?
Anybody else? Raven versus Kylie Ray would go crazy.
Absolutely.
Yo, fire.
Any like happy character.
Yeah.
Facing Raven, and Raven's just like, the fuck are you happy about?
That'd be sick. Ready for the next question?
Yeah.
If you could pick the items to put in a Raven shopping cart before a hardcore match, what items are you putting in there? So before all of his matches in the WWF, Raven would come out with a shopping cart full of weapons because it's hardcore 24/7 rules. He had goddamn stop signs, kitchen sinks.
He had like a children at play sign.
Yeah,
like
all the
random road signs.
Action figure accessories too. So if you had action figures in the 2000s, like early 2000s, they all came with like stop signs, like children at play signs, and trash cans and shit.
Yeah, I'll take the bowling ball that he brought at Royal Rumble 2001.
Icy,
because he rolled it into Al Snow's dick in that match. A trash can attached to a belt because Steve Blackman used it in a GIF that I saw on Twitter today, and it was fucking sick. And then kendo sticks, because Raven was really good at throwing kendo stick shots.
That's the most boring answer I've ever heard in my life. I'm putting a fucking fleshlight in there, baby. Let's get it popping, boy. Crack a motherfucker head. Oh, just be bow, and take the little flesh out the case and just swing that motherfucker around. Let's go. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Question from Sick Guy Vic V2. He changed his name back.
Sick Guy Vic V2. Vic, you're allowed to change your name. It's fine.
If Raven was to make a new flock with current era wrestlers, who would be in it? Limit to 4. First pick, Atticus Kogar.
Yeah, we love Atticus Kogar here.
I do.
I love Atticus Kogar. I've never said a bad thing about Atticus Kogar for any reason.
Okay. He would just fit with the flock.
I agree. This is just the weirdo in me. I want the Fiend in that motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
I want like him to be his muscle. I don't know. That would be icy.
This might be an off-the-wall pick, but AJ Gray.
Why was here's the thing. I was thinking that too. I don't know why. But camo AJ Gray would fit number one.
He could dress like that. Yeah.
But also, like, every answer, this maybe just goes to show how good he is and how versatile he is. We have discussions all the time, like when we go through these shits and people are like, well, you do this, would you go with it? And usually the answer is like AJ. I don't know why.
A lot of the time, our answer is just AJ Gray.
Like, who would you have beat the shit out of somebody? AJ. Who would you have cut of AJ? Who would you do to? It's AJ. I don't know. It's AJ. But I feel like AJ in the flock would be icy as fuck.
I think it would. I do think that would go crazy.
Atticus Kogar, AJ Gray, The Fiend, and Raven is kind of nuts, bro.
If we need one more, they said limit it to
I
4.
thought 4 including Raven.
Oh, I thought 4 besides Raven.
Yeah. Let's do 4. Besides Raven, I'm putting Priscilla Kelly in there.
I was gonna say Sue Young.
Ooh, that's very similar. Priscilla Kelly and Sue Young.
Abaddon, Priscilla Kelly.
Nah,
Sue Young.
Abaddon too crazy. I was thinking
Yeah,
that
you're
too.
right.
But Abaddon too.
She can't have friends.
That's more if I could remake Abyss's group that I'm blanking on.
Decay?
Yeah, Decay. I put Abaddon on that motherfucker. Thank you for your question.
Oh, Rosemary in the Flock.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Her and Raven had a little thing on TNA earlier this year. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enrique De La Riva asks, "Oh, you want? Oh, yeah, go for it, buddy."
Remember that weird period of time WWE was trying to make mid-carders into a big deal and they just fell flat on their face? Like when The Rock eviscerated Billy Gunn after winning King of the Ring? When of all people who could have possibly ran over Austin, it was Rikishi, or even worse was when Val Venus feuded with Mankind because Val used that custom Mr. Rocco to stuff his pants after Rocky threw it away. Who would you have liked to have seen Raven feud with in that era just to have gotten a weird-ass angle so management could say, well, we tried with Scotty, but you saw what happened with blank?
Let's pause
First
right
of all,
there.
First of all, Billy Gunn getting torched by The Rock is incredible.
I was about to say the same fucking thing. But my name's Billy. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That shit rules, bro.
Second off,
It did, however, it did ruin Billy Gunn for the rest of time.
Absolutely. But second off, cause and effect, the person that ran over Austin was supposed to be Billy Gunn.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, the rest of DX was like, they had an alibi, and Billy Gunn was the only one that wasn't there with them.
I never knew that.
It was gonna be Billy Gunn, but then his push failed. And they were like,
I wonder why. And guess what? Rikishi fucking rules. Rikishi,
I'm a bad man.
I did it for the people.
We would have never got Bad Man if it wasn't
Bad
for
Man
that.
goes crazy. So shout out to Rikishi running over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Also, isn't Rikishi in the Armageddon Hell in a Cell because of that?
Yes, and he falls off into the
Takes a
truck.
wild bump, so that rules.
Yeah.
Mankind and Val Venus, I don't give a fuck, but that Mankind Rock story has been in a lot of wrestling games. Where I think Here Comes the Pain.
He throws Foley's book away. Yeah. But also the only reason that wasn't very good was because WWF wouldn't let Val Venus call the sock Mr. Kako.
That's so funny.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him do it.
Mind you, this man has a shirt that says cock lock and ready to blow. And if Val Venus wasn't a dickhead, I'd have that shirt right now.
Yeah, fuck that piece of shit.
I think
Raven feud. Yeah,
I think I'm going with The Rock, just because
that promo would be so.
Huh?
His promo about Raven would be.
You sit there. Why not me? What about me? What about Raven? It doesn't matter. That shit would go crazy, bro. Raven would immediately. You cannot go against The Rock and live.
The Rock pretending to do Raven's pose.
The Rock dressed like he was. I don't think he's ever dressed as anybody, but
no,
he's done the Stone Cold hat. But
yeah,
The Rock dressed as Raven, if it went there, would go fucking crazy. But also, this is a foolproof plan because Raven would you can't beat The Rock in a feud unless you're Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to be more popular than The Rock, and nobody is more popular than The Rock.
Yeah.
My pick is Stone Cold because we've seen a little glimpse of Stone Cold when they were both in the Alliance, and he goes, "What about me? What about Raven?" And I could listen to that 100 more times.
We're gonna talk about that later. Also, earlier we were talking about Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, that's the one too. 2000 Kurt Angle, because like he's like a face, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm an Olympic hero. I'm all this," and then Raven would just be like, who gives a fuck? I don't care.
Kurt Angle dressed like Raven would be crazy.
Yeah.
I just want people to dress like Raven more often.
I agree.
Oh
god damn it.
We were doing so well. We were having a great time. We were
talking about real wrestling for once.
We were doing good. And then here comes fucking Garnet. How good is Raven at kissing? How the hell?
He's probably pretty good. He was Mr. Bitches for a while.
He was Mr. Bitches. Did he ever kiss Kimona, or did he just have her in his lap?
Don't think he ever kissed anyone, but
I don't remember Raven ever kissing anyone, but
he had to be Mr. Bitches.
He was Mr. Bitches, but sometimes Mr. Bitches don't gotta kiss. They just gotta slang it out, baby.
That plays into a later question.
I think Raven's okay kisser. He a white man. I don't think white men are very good kissers. Sorry, Jake. I wouldn't know. But I assume not really. I assume medium. I assume he puts as much effort into his kisses as he does his promos or his life. Just like whatever, I don't give a fuck. What about me with my Raven? Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
Ryan Eastman asks, who had the greatest gimmick of all time and why was it Raven?
Raven's like barely a gimmick. He's just depressed.
Nigga, Raven is me. That's why I am the way I am, because I grew up, I was like, damn, Raven's pretty cool.
Yeah, Raven, he's a gimmick, but like not that much.
He's a gimmick if you've ever heard Raven speak in 2020, where he just cuts really weird dad jokes and just was like, yeah. It's like, damn, you could see how different this man is.
I wish I could do a Raven impression.
Me too. That is close enough. Ryan also asks, you think he's the greatest gimmick?
He's not the greatest of all time.
What's your answer?
I don't know. I would have to put some thought into it.
Oh, Sting? That's crazy. Good job.
Yeah, Sting. Okay.
And Ryan also asks, do you think the Flock could have been way more if not for the NWO?
The Flock? No. Raven himself? Yes.
Yeah, I think I always hear this stuff about like WCW didn't know what to do with Raven and stuff like that, but like people liked Raven. I don't know if it's like a weird retroactively looking at it. People like Raven.
He was on the cover of
we found out like he was on
NWO Revenge.
Like, the guy that made the game was a fan of him. He's like, I'm just icy. It's fucking. But
Raven had fans.
Yeah, Raven had fans. Like Raven had good merch.
He got pretty high up the card. He was on MTV. He was on
United States Champ.
He had good. He was in the Rising music video.
So I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
they put a lot of promotion behind him.
Yeah, but I also think it's just one of those things where he wasn't the kind of guy that would be world champion in WCW, especially considering like, I guess because of people like the NWO and stuff like that.
If Sting could do it, Raven could do it.
Yeah, but Sting's like Sting, and I don't mean that as like a Sting fan. I mean like he was
Sting. He was
first. WCW, like he was the guy.
Yeah.
So
if I was booking WCW, Raven's gonna get a title run, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you could look at Raven's career in WCW and be like, damn, they fucked him up. I don't think so.
But I think you could be like, damn, they could have done way more with him.
Absolutely.
Which is with most people in WCW. But I don't think it's necessarily for the NWO. I'm not sure. I don't think the Flock would have been much bigger. Because, I mean, at its core, it's just like...
The Flock had a lot of, like, job dudes in it.
Yeah.
Like Horace Hogan, fucking Van Ham.
Which is Raven's fall guy. So I don't think the Flock would have been bigger. But I think Raven could have been bigger. Then maybe made the Flock bigger.
Definitely. I think Raven and Saturn could have been bigger.
And Kidman becomes pretty big later on.
Kidman got big,
yeah. Thank you for your question. Oh, boy.
At Wrestlingram, you know the fucking drill. Would you buy his OnlyFans?
You know what, Wrestlingram? I gotta be real with you.
Yeah.
Raven's a fucking hunk, man.
Bro, Raven, in the Rich Boy segments where he's like shirtless by the pool.
Sheesh.
With the tats.
Oh my
jacked
God.
up. Curly hair. Yes, I'm buying that. Are you kidding?
Mean, it's just, you know what it's like. They'd be like, damn, you just want to fix good bad boys? I get it. I understand. Like, let me fix you. Yeah, he'd be on OnlyFans showing that Flock cock, baby.
All right, and his second question was, what are three things?
Yeah, I'd buy his fucking OnlyFans. He cuts the fucking, hey, shirts here. No, we already did dick out last week.
Yeah, we can't do
double
dick
up on
Raven.
dick. I guess it's gonna. We can't double up on dick. I said, well, okay. There's gonna be some.
We're not double dipping on dick.
All right. Jake's mama begs to differ. We were going so good, bro. We were doing so fucking well. I'm sorry. It was right there, man. It was.
Take this gun. Take this gun. You know what you're supposed to do with it?
Yeah, I know what I'm supposed to do with it. Oh, good. God. Yeah, Raven's OnlyFans go crazy. Raven and Kimona, Raven and Beulah. Raven would be like, yo, you know how OnlyFans, well, I wouldn't know because I've never had one. I subscribe to them. But like I heard that they'd be doing things where they'd be like, oh, go subscribe to my hot friend over here. She's got big old honkers and piercings, whatever. Like Raven would do that. But for like Sandman, he's like, hey, go see my homie Hack play with his cane.
Jim.
Go check out his beer can.
You need to be stopped.
Oh yeah, baby, we unhinged. Yes.
His second question: what are 3 things you'd recommend to someone who has never seen Raven? Any of his promos from ECW
and WCW.
Specific-
you know what?
Yeah,
I think we agree on this one. The WCW promo with like Sandman and Canyon. Right.
Yeah, the Rich Boy,
Yeah, the Rich Boy
segments.
segment.
All of those are amazing.
Yeah. Which, if you don't
Jim.
have context,
Canyon
I think we'll talk
And then
about
he
this later. But
flips into the pool.
Raven's pretty much like the press, but then you find on WCW that we'll talk about it a little bit later. But
Yeah, we'll get to it.
yeah, that's one. ECW promos.
The ones with Foley.
Yeah, those go crazy. Those are some of the best promos ever.
When he's talking about like the Uncle Eric in the magical land of WCW.
Yeah. Oh, we should do Mick Foley
That's
for one of these, huh? That's gonna be crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely
I love
right.
Mick Foley. That promo is one of my favorite of all time. If not my favorite promo of all time, but it's like top 3. Him on MTV.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, so was it TRL? I'm not sure. It might have been TRL.
It was TRL and the Foo Fighters are there.
Yeah, Foo Fighters there. I don't know if it's Carson Daly or not, but DDP's on the show and they're talking about their upcoming title match, and then Raven like appears on the TV that's in the back of the set, and he's like, DDP is on MTV. Well, what about me? What about Raven? That was a pretty good Raven impression. I'm not gonna hold you.
That wasn't bad.
But and it's also kind of like, yeah, Raven should be here next to the fucking Foo Fighters, by the way. And he comes here and fucking bonks DDP in the back of the head, and I don't think they told the Foo Fighters that was gonna happen.
No, because Dave Grohl jolts. That man bounced.
Please watch. We're gonna post it on Tiger Drive. We're gonna post it on tomorrow, or whenever you listen to this. But yeah,
he just dips out of there.
Yeah, it's also mainstream appeal. Raven's on MTV. My third one would probably be where I guess it's not one thing, but like he turned Sandman's son Tyler against him, and then Tyler's like, "Daddy, you're a drunk. I worship Raven now," and he's dressed like Raven, and Raven's got Sandman's wife and shit. Just because you can see the influence that he has, like it's a real life cult leader type shit, and it's just nothing icier than Sandman being like, "Come on, bro, that's my kid." Smashing Crumpet asks, Scotty Flamingo beat Johnny B. Bad in a boxing match when Vinny Vegas and DDP loaded his gloves in between rounds. What current wrestler would you trust to load your gloves?
Yeah, so earlier when we said that a lot of these questions AJ Gray ends up the answer for,
This is one of them.
This one. Yeah, AJ Gray.
We were going through these just to make sure like they were good, and for some reason we both said AJ. No reason, but I just feel like AJ would be like, "Here you go, nigga, get you right," and I don't know why. He would say that to you too, specifically. He'd be hard on the N-word. I don't know. I oddly trust that man with his life, with my life, but I also think he'd take it in an instant.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't fear many people, but anyway. But you know who I wouldn't trust to load my gloves up? And he's gonna hate this. Lee Moriarty. Lee Moriarty. Imagine he's like, "Yo, Lee,
he's too nice.
I need you to tape my fucking, I need you to, you know." He's like, "Oh, I don't think I could do that." And you're like, Lee, what the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know. And y'all just arguing about it. He's such a nice guy. He's definitely scary.
Yeah.
Super scary.
Scary wrestler, Lee Moriarty.
Atticus Cogar would do it, but that nigga would do it with like
he put like cement and barbed wire and fucking
and he do the little smile he got where you see his fucking teeth, little silver teeth.
Silver boys. Yeah.
Thank you for your question.
The next question from @douchebag Batman.
Amazing name, by the way. Who's your favorite flock member?
Mine is okay. So it's Saturn for me, but close second is Scotty Riggs with the eye patch, just because he looked fucking icy.
He was kind of icy. Mine is Kidman.
Itchy Kidman.
Yo, bro, this dude was his first of all, his shooting star process called the 7-year itch, which is amazing. He was just
he'd be itching.
Yeah, he was just itching. He looked like he was a heroin addict, pretty much. He was just itching.
It's not pretty much that he was
a heroin addict. And he was just.
It was like Raven saved him. That was like his gimmick, was that he was on heroin and Raven took him in.
I think when you played WCW vs NW Revenge, you like go pick him. He's like, do whatever you want. He just starts itching. Just do whatever you want. That shit rules. I don't know. I love Itchy Kidman. You can itch if you want to,
but you can't hide.
I see. You don't know who you itching with.
But
Come
I'm just getting started. I ain't
on,
itchy
bro.
yet.
We just having fun. We was having fun, man.
From at Serenil, was he packing heat? He probably had a gun.
Nope, that's not what he meant.
Huh?
That was also Brian Pillman. Exactly. Let me tell you something. I actually know this for a fact because you want to know why? Because
No, but sure.
Raven fucking wants to start wearing goddamn fucking kilts and flannel skirts, and then have nothing but black trunks underneath it. So anytime he takes a bump, his fucking skirt goes over his pants, so you could see his little speedos and his little hog. Raven, why did you do that? I hated it. It was the worst of times for me. You just
was he packing heat?
It looked like he did.
Good for him.
But it was also he was Mr. Bitches.
Yeah.
But also, some people say you don't gotta have that much heat to be with Mr. Bitches. I don't know who's saying that. Huh?
I never heard that before.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, it was so disorienting to see this man wear the skirt. It's like icy, cool, fucking flannel skirt, kilt, whatever you want to call it, goes crazy. And then you just see his bare legs because you never supposed to see these niggas. You never saw his legs. It sucked. I hated it. That's my least favorite thing about Raven. Oh, jean shorts or nothing, or get some jean shorts underneath a fucking kilt or skirt, like please.
From Jenny, my girlfriend at Jhene Aiko, tell Jake to be Raven for Halloween.
I've been telling Jake to be Raven for maybe 3 years now. I think.
Yeah, we were gonna do it in Tampa.
We were
gonna film the video.
Yeah, we were supposed to do the original Tiger Driver. So in April for WrestleMania weekend, that was when we were first supposed to drop Tiger Driver merch, and we were going to do the ECW. There's an ECW promo of Raven where he's like walking around in black and white, and I was gonna do that, but have it be Jake.
It's in full color, but yeah.
It's in full color? Oh, I thought it was black and white.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
He's just walking around a neighborhood with Come Out and Play playing, and it's fucking, the camera angles and the effects and stuff, it's icy.
Yeah. But yeah, he was going to do that. But Jake is pretty much just Raven. He wears shirts. He wears,
flannel around the waist. Flannel around the waist,
ripped jeans. When I saw you in New York 2 years ago, you had the Raven shirt.
I had a Raven shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, the Raven shirt I wanted, and I wore the Triple H shirt that you wanted. The Game Over. Damn right, I'm over shirt. And we didn't know we were going to wear the shirts that we wanted.
No, you were pissed at me. I was pissed at you.
and then he just had I think he had like a flannel around his waist, like, and a bandana. I was like, you look like Raven, bro. Also, Jenny, you have more power over him than me.
By a lot.
Like, it's incredible. Yeah, okay. Anyway, the House of Sus asks, what was your favorite Raven match and why? WWF Raven match, and why was it the triple threat at WrestleMania 17? That match rules. Raven almost ruins the whole show by running over a goddamn electrical cord that's the power to the whole arena. It's Raven, Kane, and Big Show?
Yep.
Crazy, hardcore match. Raven.
They go through walls?
It fucking rules, man. Go check that match out. That is my favorite Raven WWF match, actually.
My favorite Raven WWF match is actually the next month, Backlash 2001, Raven versus Rhino for the hardcore title.
Is that when Rhino does the gore into this shopping cart?
Yes.
Which
they tried to recreate in TNA and it was not as cool.
No. He did that. I think he did. I don't know if he did in ECW. He did it in WWF, and then they do it in TNA, and then Rhino, he does it and he fucks it up. Like, he does it, but then the next time they do it, Rhino does it and then he stops himself. He's like, "Aha, bitch! I learned to you. I know what you're gonna do." He's like one of those boss fights in like the Batman games.
Yeah,
you gotta like stun the nigga and then he'll just run out.
It's like 3 phases.
Yeah. Diva Nostalgia asks, "What's your favorite Raven match from ECW?"
Oh, man, he had a tag team match, November to Remember 1995. Him and Cactus Jack against Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk.
Ooh,
that shit is crazy. That match. I think I just like the storyline so much, but I love that match.
What's the storyline? Give him context, baby.
It's okay. So that was shortly after Cactus Jack left WCW because like they didn't see value in him, didn't think he was a star or whatever. And he comes to ECW and he starts cutting these promos about how he hates it there and he wants so badly for Uncle Eric to like save him and bring him back to WCW. And he's just miserable every second he's in ECW. And Raven's like, "See, this is what I've been trying to tell you guys. It sucks here. I hate it. Why am I here? Whatever." And then Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk defend like ECW. They defend hardcore wrestling and all that. And then they have this huge like tag team match. It just fucking, it goes crazy.
Mine, I don't remember the pay-per-view. Oh, I think it was WrestlePalooza. I don't remember what year, but it's
97.
might be.
If it's the match, I think you're gonna say.
What year does he go to WCW? 98.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
June. No, he goes like mid 97.
okay, so that's 97. Yeah. So this is Raven's last match before he leaves ECW against Tommy Dreamer, and they've had the whole feud, which is we'll get into it later, which is based off of Raven and Dreamer feuding over Beulah McGillicuddy and all this shit. And Tommy Dreamer could never beat Raven. That was the whole thing. Raven, he could never be better than Raven. He could never beat Raven. And so Raven's gonna go to WCW. So they have this big match at WrestlePalooza, and Dreamer beats Raven. And like that's just the storyline of that is just so icy. And I think it's my favorite Raven ECW match just for the story alone.
Yeah.
DJ075 and Luna from our Discord asks, do you consider? They talk about Raven's Rich Boy skits and what we think about it, but more importantly, DJ asks, do you consider it canon, or are you dumb like John Blood from New Legacy Inc. and Deadlock? Shout out to the homies.
Yeah, it's canon.
It's fucking.
Of course, it's canon.
It's so much. It makes Raven's character so much better. If you don't know, Raven's whole. We talked about this earlier, but we said we're gonna talk about it now. We're talking about it now. Raven's, emo boy, super depressed. But when he gets to WCW, they have this idea that it's really, you look at Raven like, oh, you must be poor, you must be homeless, you must be from the damned and broken hearted. And then Canyon's trying to check up on Raven. He goes to his house, and Ravens lives in a fucking like Beverly Hills mansion with his mom and her fucking like neighbors and shit, and like all this. It rules.
Speaking of his neighbor,
his fucking neighbor is Sandman,
who's also rich. This is the first time he showed up in WCW. The Sandman's like his rich, like Beverly Hills neighbor, who doesn't get along with Canyon.
So essentially, it says ECW is all a fucking front.
Yeah.
Which I would love to see the ECW extended universe where New Jack's just a fucking politician. Everyone is just not who they seem.
Sabu lives in like a condo.
Sabu's a science teacher, dog. Yo, give me the ECW extended universe right fucking now, dog.
Tommy Dreamer's got an 8-pack, fucking.
Tommy Dreamer just work at a veterinarian office, just some real normal shit. RVD.
Rob Van Dam doesn't smoke weed. He's an anti-cannabis like advocate.
Jerry Lynn is just a real, and Lance Storm's a fucking sick motherfucker. Lance Storm be doing porn and shit. He's the most excited nigga you've ever seen. He just does fucking cokes off of strippers' booties and shit.
Jerry Lynn's hanging out at an orchestra. He's like listening to classical music.
He doesn't fuck with metal music. Give me that shit. That's icy. Yeah, it's fucking canon. I get that it ruins Sandman and it ruins ECW, but it's fucking amazing.
It ruins Sandman, sure, but I think it's great for Raven.
It's great for Raven.
The fact that they canceled that is one of maybe my least favorite thing WCW ever did was cancel that storyline.
Starcade 97. I'll never get over it. But yeah, I think it's canon and I think it's amazing. I think it's fun. Go look it up for yourself. I don't remember what it's called, but Raven.
They're on YouTube.
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
That's, if you've ever seen the video, Raven turning to the camera and going, what a mark. It's that.
Also, Canyon takes a crazy bump into the pool.
He's cleaning out the pool, Canyon is, and then Sandman comes over, and they're just calling him James, I think.
Yeah.
Because his real name's Jim. They're just calling him James, whatever.
He says, like, where's Scotty?
Yeah, and Canyon's like, Jim, and Sandman goes, Canyon. It pats him on the back, and Canyon takes a flip bump into the pool.
It's so good, bro. It's amazing. That's one of my favorite segments ever. Yeah, sorry,
R.I.P. Canyon, man.
But also, why would you listen to somebody that fucking poops in a bathtub?
Poops in bathtubs.
I was
going to say the same thing. I
love you, Jhene. Your boy Aiden asks, why the fuck did they base the biggest feud in ECW history off of some shit that reportedly went down at a summer camp? Because it rules.
Hey, Aiden, fuck you.
Raven being...
I appreciate the support, but fuck you.
Raven having everything, but not being able to get over the fact that Tommy Dreamer stole his girl like 20 years ago is fucking amazing.
And Beulah, wasn't she supposed to be like unattractive when they were both kids, and like Raven couldn't get attractive girls?
And then she shows up and she's like...
She's a penthouse model?
Yeah, which is legit her story.
She was actually a penthouse model.
Yeah.
That's how she got hired by ECW. She sent in her penthouse photos.
Yeah. But like this feud has lasted since, like, I don't know the last time they fought. It was like in 2013 or something.
Yeah. But the way she came in, is Stevie Richards is cutting a promo in the ring, and he's like, Raven, I found this girl that says she knew you. and she wants to like get back together with you, blah blah blah. And he tells her it's Beulah, and Raven starts beating the shit out of Stevie. He was like, I don't like her. She's not, like, she's ugly, whatever. And then a penthouse model walks out, and Raven's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, that shit rules, bro. I'm sorry, that is icy.
It's so good.
Thank you for your question, but also fuck you. Rosenthorn asks, if you were a member of the flock, what would your new names be? Retribution 2.
Yeah, the flock, they didn't change names in the flock.
They just had like last names, like Billy
Kidman, Saturn, Riggs, Van Hammer was still Van Hammer.
My real last name is Black. That's my mom's name. That's on all my shit. So my name would just be Black, and I'd have Raven be like, "Hey, Black, go fuck."
Nope, can't have Raven do
Black,
that.
Go get there, and then ECW's canceled immediately.
Can I be white?
Yeah. Black and white, baby. Leo Kai asks, what was Raven thinking during this promo? I'm going to leave space so we can edit it in.
What about me? What about Raven? Quote the Raven, nevermore. You want me to give you a little speech? Do you want me to? You suck. Quote Stone Cold, nevermore. You make me sick.
This is a promo that Stone Cold cuts on Raven in 2001 when he's a heel, and he gets everyone in the ring and he berates all of them. He gets to Raven and he's like, who beat you last week? And Raven's like, oh, it was Saturn. You let a man that walks around here in love with a damn mop beat you? What about me? What about Raven?
We've talked about
his face like 3 inches away.
I don't remember what episode it was. We talk about our love for 2001 Stone Cold, but this was like the pinnacle.
It's the episode with Stone Cold. Yeah, just look up Stone Cold in the title, you'll find it. Yeah. What about me? What about Raven? That shit never ceased to make me laugh.
I think in Raven's mind, he was like, don't laugh, don't laugh,
you can
don't
see
laugh.
His corpse a little bit. Man, Stone Cold's like, you want me to give you a little speech? You suck.
Raven, you suck.
Quote the Raven, quote Stone Cold, nevermore. It's so funny because he's 3 inches away from this man's face with a microphone. Raven's backed up against the ropes, like, oh my god, that's one of my favorite shits ever. What about me? What about Raven?
Another question from Leo Kai.
Actually, let's end with that one because this one's gonna.
All right,
the one that we decided to end on is disgusting.
Yeah, you're right.
Shirai's mosh pit. Do you think Raven is a selfish lover, or does he make sure they both finish? Jake left this one out, but then I saw it and I was like, yeah, no, I'm answering it because it's funny. Because Raven definitely makes his partner finish first, and then you're like, all right, cool, good talk. All right, I'm gonna go. And then Raven just sits down on the bed. It's like, what about me? What about Raven?
You put this question. That was a good Raven impression, by the way.
I'm working on it.
You put this question in so you could do that bit.
I did.
And because of that, I am choosing not to answer this. We've covered what we needed to get across on that one.
Leo Kai one more time asks, these are from our Discord, by the way. Make sure you go check that out. bit.ly/TD9X Discord, capital D in the Discord, everything else lowercase. Well, TD9X uppercase Discord. Yeah, whatever. Leo Kai asks, oh shit, talk about all the groups and tiers of the Patreon, which is the best. If you didn't know, you can go to patreon.com/Tiger99X. And once again, you know, all the tiers are based off of Raven's many cult groups, whatever have you. So he wants us to go through, I'll tell you right now, the one that pays us the most money.
I think they're asking like the real life versions of those groups.
Oh.
So like rank like the Flock, the Nest, Deadpool, Serotonin, and the Gathering.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes I don't know what you were thinking, buddy.
Okay. Cool. Oh, you got it. So you want us to rank all of them? Cool. Huh.
Number 1 to me is the Flock.
Yeah, I think the Flock's the most legendary one.
Yeah.
This is the coolest one. WCW had the production value to make them look, not even production value. It's really just them sitting in the fucking crowd.
My vision of them is always the Rising video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And how cool they look in that.
I can't even talk about that. If you ever see Stuck Mojo The Rising, they're in that video and it fucking rules. You lost your mind.
That's the video that they debuted that video, and then that was like the hype package to DDP versus Raven.
It rules.
Yeah.
I'd say after that, I'm going The Gathering, which is the early 2000s TNA, which is Raven, Julio De Niro, Alexis Lurie, a.k.a. Mickey James, and CM Punk.
And Julio De Niro in the mesh fits, kind of crazy.
It was crazy until he started wearing the shorts that go to his shins with the little laces at the bottom. That shit sucked.
Yeah. Hated it.
But yeah, I think The Gathering was cool, and it had CM Punk and Mickey James, and they had great TNA moments. Raven's early TNA run was incredible.
Second to me, is it based on coolness?
I'm going like what they did.
Okay, if it's what they did, then the Nest is probably second to me.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the third one.
But if it's coolness, then the Deadpool.
Oh, absolutely, Raven, Vampiro.
It lasted like
ICP.
2 weeks, 2 weeks maybe, and then Raven left.
Raven, Vampiro, ICP is literally like everything I love about wrestling and everything. That shit rules.
Yeah.
If they did more, that'd be my number one. If you're talking about my favorite, like cool shit, just seeing pictures of Raven, Vampiro, and ICP together, amazing. I wish he stayed in WCW a little bit longer just so I could have more of them. And Muda eventually joins when Raven leaves and they become the Dark Carnival.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But if it's what they did, then the Nest is probably second to me. And then The Gathering.
Nest will probably be third, and then for me, it's last is Serotonin. I was a big fan of Serotonin in TNA, but it was Kaz. I think Matt. Let me make sure. Let me check.
It was Matt Bentley.
Kaz, Matt Bentley, and Johnny Devine. I forgot what his name was. Oh, Kaz, Havoc, and Martyr. Yeah.
Yeah, Martyr.
Yeah. And it was just like they were wearing white, and Raven would have oh, that's right. He would have the pinstripe suit and the Plague Doctor's mask in white. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy fit. And he had the blonde hair. He looked so cool. But yeah, they just were, it was cool. That's when Kaz switched his name from Kazarian to Kaz, though. So shout out to that.
Yeah. The Nest is kind of... Raven was like more of a singles guy in ECW, but the Nest, with the Blue World Order and like Beulah or Kimona,
whoever, a big part of ECW.
They were fucking amazing together. Raven and Stevie's chemistry was just like top tier.
That's us. I'm Stevie.
No, it's not. Okay, yeah, it is. No, you're right. Yeah.
That's pretty fucked
you
up,
got
man.
it. You got it. I was about to say, no, I'm not Stevie, but you're going to take that.
Damn, bro. That's pretty fucked up right there. Oh, yeah, that brings us to the end of our questions. Thank you guys for supporting us and leaving us questions on Patreon, Discord, and Twitter. Be sure what's today? Monday? I guess we'll do it Monday night. Just be on the lookout.
Sure.
Around the time. Yeah, thank you for listening to episode 8 of this podcast. We fucking really appreciate all the love that we got. We just got 1,000 downloads on this shit, which is crazy.
That's too many.
That's insane. I love you guys so much. What's coming up? Jonesy, by the time you listen to this, Collective will be happening. Be sure to check out all those shows. On a personal note from us, please be sure to check out Paradigm Pro. We are sponsoring some grown man shit with Sugar D versus O'Shea Edwards. That show is happening Sunday at midnight, I believe.
I believe so, yes. Also support For the Culture,
absolutely.
especially.
Absolutely.
Probably the most important show all weekend.
I would say so, yeah. Which is, I think that's also Friday at 11.
Yeah,
Friday about Friday at midnight 11. You can get all those in Fight TV.
Buy them. We encourage pirating from the big companies as much wrestling, as but anybody. Please get on Fight TV and buy collective shows.
As much as we are not fully on the idea of like having a big 3-weekend show, you got to remember that so many people lost out on their biggest payday Like indie wrestlers work all year for WrestleMania weekend and they lost it. And then some of them lost their jobs and lost so many opportunities. So this is a big risk, but it's also very necessary that you guys support the collective this week, whether it be streaming, whether it's buying your favorite wrestlers merch, whatever have you.
Yeah. If you're not planning on watching the shows because they shouldn't be running shows, which, hey, I don't disagree at all. That's one thing. But if you are going to watch the shows, please buy them.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like a wrestler, retweet gifts. Hopefully we'll have something on the website where the best ways you can support. Retweet gifts, retweet tweets, follow wrestlers, buy merch, do everything you can.
Merch, yeah.
If you're at the collective, we should have they're very limited dick butt t-shirts, very limited Alex Shelley shirts, merch update. By now, hopefully I have Mike Awesome t-shirts. I'm not sure if I'll have them. But
hopefully.
I should have them by now. They should be going out next week.
Everything slowed down because of COVID.
Absolutely. And I also should have Candy Lee stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I'm a liar.
Hey.
But yeah, support the collective. Very important to us. Very important for everything. We really wish we could be there, but coronavirus is...
Coronavirus.
This week we will be having on our patreon.com, patreon.com/TigerDriver9X. If you want to watch Raven matches, I don't remember which ones we'll be watching, but we did just watch Raven in the King of the Mountain 2005 Slammiversary. Patreon.com/TigerDriver9X. It is the number one way to support us besides buying merchandise. Actually, it's directly.
It's definitely the number one
way to support us. $1, $5. You get a special care package of like $50. Like we just sent out one with 2 shirts, a whole sticker pack, cool trading cards. Like you get discount codes if you want to support us directly, and how we can pay more writers, pay more editors, so we can get everything better. Patreon.com/TigerDriver9X. Shop.TigerDriver9X.com. Hopefully we'll have way more collective stuff up this weekend. That it?
Yeah. I think that covered everything. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I would just have to end it with, so it is written, so it shall come to pass. Quoth the Raven, nevermore.
You cut out for me. Did you? You cut out for me. Hello?
Hello? I didn't cut out for me.
You cut you were like, so it is written, so it shall pass.
I have my audio of it.
Well, I couldn't hear you. I don't know what you said, bud.
I finished it. So it is written, so it shall come to pass. Quoth the Raven,
never
nevermore.
Whore. I think you should whore, actually. Don't say never whore. You should whore as much as you want, honestly. As much as makes you feel safe and comfortable.
Someone, I don't remember who it was, so I'm sorry. But someone in the Discord said, throat the Raven, nevermore.
And on that note, we are gonna get out of here. We'll never end this podcast on not an awkward note. On my fucking watch, baby. See ya. Also join the Discord. Okay, bye.